Finally, Alex Jones is talking about the esoteric crap that is Q. That is totally worthless. Here's an example.
A real skull from a gentleman in India that died sometime in the 1960s, and some red roses. What does that symbolize? See, it's very, very esoteric. It's very, very Q-ish. It's very, very Gnostic. And people like Gnostic things. They like hidden things. They don't want to just hear flat out, here's who runs Antifa, who's planning to overthrow the country. Here are the criminals. Here's how you stop them. Here's who the embedded spies are for the globalists inside the government. Here's the proof. People don't want that. They want esoteric. So I'll give you esoteric today. But take Fiona Hill. Almost 3 years ago, Roger Stone and I sat in the studio right across the hall.
Now pay attention to this example because this is real news. And this is what happens when you do real news. Listen to this.
And we outed Fiona Hill as a George Soros operative that ran his largest foundation. She was the #2 person on the board of directors, and she wrote for a publication as a senior writer called theglobalist.com. So when we outed her, we were just like, what in the hell is Trump doing with this Fiona Hill, who's doing all the major hiring for the State Department under McMaster?
See, Trump did not know how deep the deep state was. He was a little green in this area, and he really has had to battle the deep state even before he got elected. Even before he got elected. And Fiona Hill is a prime example. Just part of that example.
McMaster. Then McMaster went in a dinner in New York with billionaire funders of Trump and said, he's an idiot, we hate him, we're going to overthrow him. And Fiona Hill's gotten all our people in. You know, we're going to set up a permanent dictatorship in America, screw the American people. They went and told Trump all that. Still, nothing was done. So Roger Stone went and met with Trump. I'll leave it at that. And so for committing the crime of going and exposing the coup against the president, I got 40-something lawsuits. He got a bunch of lawsuits.
40-something lawsuits. That shows you how criminal our judicial system is.
Lawsuits. He got arrested.
I don't know how many lawsuits Roger Stone's got, but he got arrested. They took his money and his house, his possessions away. They charged him on things that weren't even a crime.
Indicted, set up, you know the rest of the story. So I just want listeners and viewers to understand that you're not getting a bunch of esoteric stuff up here. Breadcrumbs and little piece of this, little piece of that.
Which is really BS. Just rolling you along, not upsetting you, just giving you a little crap. That's worthless. Q is a con job, esoteric con job, and is totally worthless.
We're breaking down what's really going on this planet. And I know it's a more fun riddle. What is the secret? Because I said, I talked to Q, and Q said, this is the message for you, the skull and the chess pieces and the red roses, and there's one coin on the table. And what is on that coin? I guarantee you, even though I'm admitting that this is a set piece to expose esoteric garbage, people are going to obsess over this. And I'm not against the Q people. We're meant to see patterns in things. We're meant to look for hidden images. We're meant to look at the rocks in the side of the cliff and see faces. Because you see patterns in the bushes and you see a pattern of a rabbit. It turns out it is a rabbit and you get to eat dinner. But sometimes it's not a rabbit in the bushes. It's a dead rat or something, or it's a clump of leaves. So I'm not putting anybody down out there that likes to see esoteric images and things. All I'm doing is explaining that that's how that gets manipulated. And I think overall, people need.
Q is nothing but a manipulation, worthless mind game. No real meat.
to think about how things work. And people need to think about how things operate. You know, I've been getting a lot of calls lately by other talk show hosts and people that are guests, and they start telling me about, you know, Jones, do you know that there are data bridges and holes inside the NSA for thousands of contractors and foreign governments to get into the NSA and actually spy on us? Did you know it's designed for a global government takeover? And I'm like, yeah, we exposed that 20 years ago, and we've had William Benny on for over 10 years, and I'm not mad at people that they call me up and tell me that there's a new world order. I'm upset that they obviously weren't listening 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and people just think, oh, it's just one more show. It's just...
Yeah, you don't get all these lawsuits, you don't get all these challenges, you don't get all these threats, you don't get all these blockings if it's just one more show. Alex Jones will get some stuff out that no one else will. He's taken a lot of stones and arrows and slings and bullets that no one else has. I cannot imagine the amount of pressure on these guys in their public life and their personal lives because they're bringing out crap that no one wants to see. This is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. I'm going to leave it at that. But if you're following Q, you're going to find out you've just been led along by the nose because you've been foolish enough to follow esoteric mind games that don't lead anywhere. And they're using that to keep you distracted from the real meat. You're getting less than milk. You're getting less than watered down milk. You're getting some drops in milk, and it's murky, and you think you're getting the real deal. You're not getting anything but a con job. Sorry, that's how it is. And I fell for it too for a little while. But Q and the information that really comes out with Q, the Q groups, is really quite worthless. In the 2 years or so I really dug into it, there's really no worthwhile substance to it, which is pathetic. Good day.